Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, on our Governing Planetary playlist series, in this video we will have our discussion on Pakistan. So guys, recently Pakistan has been in the news because of lot many insurgency related incidents, and day before yesterday only a train in the Pakistan got hijacked, which actually got the global media attention. After that, like lot many people have been commenting, they have been debating, lot many geopolitical experts have also started commenting that this could be the time when Pakistan could be divided into several other countries. There is going to be a lot of the high intensity of the insurgency and the terrorism related activity. So that obviously created curiosity in me. I started doing a research on the countries chart, and based on my findings I thought we can have our discussion on that as well. So okay guys, before we will start our discussion on this topic, couple of things which I want to make it clear. The very first thing is that politics is not my forte, but just to give you a background, the first part of this video will constitute of certain slides which I have compiled from YouTube, from Google, from ChatGPT. So by mistake, if I misrepresented any fact, any information, my sincere apologies for that in advance. The chart of the country which I will be showing you over here has been taken from the book of very senior Vedic astrologer from the legacy of Bharti Vidya Bhavan. She actually, they worked on these charts, on this mundane astrology countries charts way back in 90s. Now just because guys, so many changes are happening, like so many coup is happening, like even if I have to work on the chart of, for example, Syria, I actually have to work on the fresh details. So many changes are happening, but in the case of Pakistan we can still stick to this chart and the book I was giving a reference to. So the author has worked on those charts under the personal guidance of the great astrologer Shri K.N. Rao sir as well. And guys, before we will start our discussion, so this video is not coming from a place of biasness. This video is purely dedicated to the astrology. And one more thing guys I want to mention over here. So there is a international travel vlogger whom I follow for his travel videos and all. So I saw this one reel of his where he mentioned this thing that out of all the countries which I have traveled, I would rate the people of this country as the most hospitable. So that also created curiosity in me. So when I watched that reel, he was rating the countries okay, this country I would rate at 5th spot, 3rd spot. When the top spot came, he gave that spot to Pakistan, that the people there are very hospitable, they are very warm and very welcoming. So just wanted to say that. Okay, now we will start our discussion. So guys, the incident which I was talking about, it happened where a train in the Pakistan was hijacked with 450 passengers in it. The responsibility of this was taken by one group, BLA, Balochistan Liberation Army. I will explain their part in detail in the next few slides, but the story in short is that Balochistan is one of the largest in terms of the land province in Pakistan, but it is least populated, along with in terms of the unemployment and standard of living and all. So this province is heavily affected, and that could be the reason of which that there have been so many of the popular activists even from that province only, one of which is this Mehrang Baloch, so which has also been nominated for the 2025 Nobel Peace Prize as well, just because the people from the Balochistan accused the Pakistani government for the forced disappearance of the political activist. And one of the demand which the BLA, Balochistan Liberation Army, which took the responsibility for hijacking this train, was to release those hostages, those Balochistan political activists which have been forcefully imprisoned by the Pakistani authorities. So now after this guys, now comes the question that why this crisis is very severe, very critical for Pakistan. So the thing is that This is generally and right now considered as one of the most dangerous security crises in decades. Now, the problem is that Pakistan currently within the country is simultaneously battling with four interconnected militant organizations. So, four of those are Tehreek-e-Taliban, TTP. It is one of the wing of the Taliban government which is right now in power in Afghanistan. The Balochistan Liberation Army, BLA, which took the responsibility for hijacking this train, which has been in the news, and Islamic State, Khorasan, and Afghan Taliban's indirect influence. We will discuss that in next few slides. Now guys, when we talk about, the main concern is that will Pakistan be able to successfully counter this growing terrorist network, or is it slipping into a deeper instability? Now, just because Pakistan is the neighboring nation with India, so if your neighbor is in a state of instability, the impact of that comes to the neighboring countries as well. So yeah, this kind of situation which Pakistan is currently battling with is raising lot many concerns and worries, not only within the country but with their neighbors as well. Like even China has made so much investments in Pakistan. Like in this Balochistan province only, they have also invested amount equivalent to billions for one of the port, Gwadar port. Also within this Balochistan province only, some of the Canadian and the Chinese companies are also mining for the gold and the copper reserve as well. So if the country is going to be in state of unrest, it is going to have very far reaching impact on the neighboring allied nations as well. So now guys, and also as per the GTI, the Global Terrorism Index 2024, Pakistan was ranked as the second most terrorism affected country globally. Now we will look at all the four places which I mentioned, which currently Pakistan is currently battling with. So guys, one of which is the Tehreek-e-Taliban, TTP. So now in the case of the TTP, like the way I mentioned this thing, this is also the same wing of the same party which is right now in the power in Afghanistan as well. Now just because with Afghanistan and the Pakistan, there has been this underlying distrust where somehow Pakistan gave their land for US to conduct their operations when they were eradicating Al-Qaeda from the Afghanistan, when they were fighting their battle in the Afghanistan. So somehow the way Pakistan gave US the functioning ground from their land has always been a pinching issue for Afghanistan, which they have not forgotten yet. Now guys, so TTP we have discussed. Now the second party which is involved is the Balochistan Liberation Army. So primarily targeting state infrastructure, military personnel and Chinese investment projects done by China under the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor project. Along with that guys, this is the same military wing only, which in January, the suicide bombing in Quetta, which killed 25 people including Chinese engineer as well. Now guys, the third is the Islamic State Khorasan. So this is the group ideologically at odds with the Taliban, but thrives in the chaos created by Pakistan's internal conflict. So this is what happens when the country is not in the control and there is lot many insurgency happening. So there have been those kind of extremist fundamentalist small groups which also start raising their head as well. So, and guys, the last is Afghan Taliban's indirect influence. So like I was talking about that the Afghan Taliban has been accused of providing tacit support to the TTP. UN report from Feb 2025 confirmed that the Taliban continues to offer logistical and financial backing to the TTP, hosting training centers in Afghan provinces like. So guys, what we have learned so far is that why it is the hour of crisis for Pakistan, because simultaneous resurgence of multiple insurgent factions, each with its own motivation but overlapping operational capacities, or receding American interest and support in other nations' conflict, like the way it has been happening where US is withdrawing its support. It does not want to be involved in other countries' domestic issue. We have already seen the way like Donald Trump, ever since he came to power, he actually made himself out of the Ukraine aid, and majority of the countries' aid has also been stopped. So that in itself is telling about that Pakistan cannot rely on US to give them or keep on providing them with the aid to fight with this internal domestic conflict. Along with that, guys, China, for its project investments in Balochistan, is increasingly becoming a target of the BLA as well. So because of all those Chinese investments, so all these militant groups are also targeting the Chinese citizens in the Balochistan as well. So guys, now it begets the question why the strategies opted by Pakistan is failing, or it failed. So Pakistan's military first approach to counter terrorism, which worked for eliminating individual militants, has failed to dismantle the entire network. Drone strikes and air raids eliminate key leaders, but the group regenerate quickly due to strong recruitment pipelines. And this is where I guess countries like India and all, they have been keeping a very strong grip in any of those social media, because this is where and from where majority of these extremist militant groups, they prey upon the young impressionable youth. So this is where Pakistan has to be little bit hard on these groups. Diplomatic pressure on Afghanistan has yielded little success. No long-term de-radicalization efforts to prevent future recruitment. Now when we talk about what could be the solution, what could be the way out, so diplomatic pressure on Afghanistan, like seeking international mediation, possibly involving China and Gulf nations to pressurize Taliban into dismantling TTP. This could be enhanced counter-terrorism operations and more intelligence-based strike, strengthening intelligence sharing with the allied countries, and the socio-economic reforms. So now guys, you would have understood what exactly is happening within the Pakistan. Now comes the question that with the major planetary shift, like the way many people have been saying this thing, that it looks like the world order is shifting. So guys, like the way it has been happening, the whole global order is shifting. Now just because now US is also taking least interest in defending those countries which are somehow dependent on US. This could be for South Korea, this could be for Japan, this could be for Taiwan, this could be what is happening in the Ukraine and all. So that means with US being on the back foot and this whole world order shifting, and Pakistan is a key ally because Pakistan is in such a geographical location where it is important for China, and US also needs to balance China in the Asia region as well. So that means what exactly is going to be happening, and over there Pakistan is going to be playing a very significant role. So guys, now comes the question. First we will look at the chart of Pakistan. So guys, the very surprising thing about Pakistan is that when I was reading this article on the Al Jazeera, I found it over here that no Pakistani Prime Minister has completed a full term in office, which means Pakistan has had 29 Prime Ministers since 1947, ever since he got its independence, or it partitioned from India. So none completed a full 5-year term. So it's surprising fact. Now if we will look at the chart of Pakistan, now guys, when we look at the chart of the Pakistan, so they have got Aries rising. So now guys, that begets the question, because merely just looking at the first house, we get to know about the personality of a country. So having that military style zodiac sign over there will give this indication that the country has to deal with this kind of situation, and which could be related to insurgency, and even the countrymen might rely and opt for militaristic kind of approach in order to deal with any of the domestic issue as well. Second thing is that guys, the ascendant lord becomes the planet Mars, and it is conjunct with moon in the third house. We know this thing that Mars in the third house becomes exceptionally strong, and guys, in any country's chart, moon just tells about the mass sentiment of that country, of the people of that country. So that also tells about guys, there has been so many military coup which has happened in the Pakistan, and also that kind of love and hate kind of relationship with your neighbors can also be seen with this. Again, it is not just the story of Pakistan having neighboring issue with the India, but it has also been with the Afghanistan as well. Slightly it has been like that with Iran as well. Now China is altogether a different case, because China know its commercial advantage and opportunity in their land, and that is what it is using right now. Now guys, if you will look at the fourth house, so fourth house you will find the presence of the Mercury, Venus, Sun and the Saturn. Like 4 planets are being placed over there. But again guys, Saturn being placed in the Cancer sign, and the sign lord Moon, it has gone 12 places ahead of it, and that is the clear answer that why there hasn't been a one prime minister which has completed its tenure in Pakistan. Like in 75 years they have already got 29 prime ministers, and no one has completed its full term. So that could be the answer because of this. Now guys, if you will look at the 7th house, you will find Jupiter over there. And if you will look at Ketu, Ketu is placed in the Scorpio in the 8th house. So now guys, especially those countries which have come to existence when they partitioned from India, this whole partition happened because the founder of the Pakistan wanted a nation exclusively for Islam, for the Muslims. So in all these countries, you will definitely find Jupiter or Ketu to be in a very strengthened kind of state. Now guys, after all of this, now comes the question that what exactly we can expect, why these things are happening now, and what could be the immediate like future of this. So guys, looking at the chart of the Pakistan, now Saturn is going to be transiting in the 12th house. We know this thing that whenever Saturn goes in the 12th house, it could, in a geopolitical world, it can actually put you into isolation. So there could be those kind of possibility where we are already witnessing that like Chinese people, engineers have been targeted in Pakistan. US has now got depleting interest to get involved into any other country's domestic issue. They are also cutting down their aid to different countries as well. So whenever Saturn goes to the 12th house of any country's chart, it could be responsible for isolating that country on an international forum, where whatever issues, domestic issues you are facing or dealing with, you might not be able to resort and bring other countries on board with you. Second thing is that guys, like when we talk about, there have been those speculation that could Pakistan be broken down into different region because of this growing insurgency which is happening simultaneously from multiple front. So guys, the next 5 years for the Pakistan is very, very sensitive, because after this, the next transit of the Saturn is going to be right over there in the country's first house, and Saturn gets debilitated in their chart. So that means it is going to be the next 5 years for Pakistan is going to be very sensitive. Now guys, just because Rahu is going to be entering in their 11th house, and now we have seen this thing that whenever Rahu enters the 11th house in mundane astrology in any country's chart, it gives rise to lot many of the new policy formation. So this could be a case that, so like the way guys I mentioned this point, that socio-economic reforms could be a right way of dealing with this ongoing problems, like addressing the root cause of insurgency such as unemployment in Balochistan and political disenfranchisement in Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. So all these things need to be done. So Rahu's placement in the 11th house, and along with that guys, there have been those instances where somehow in the last couple of years there have been some sudden discovery of the rare minerals, elements on the Pakistani region and the land as well. So Rahu's entry in the 11th house could be a solution or an answer to that as well. And along with that guys, if you will give attention to Jupiter's transit, so beyond any doubt guys, Jupiter is going to be transiting over their ascendant lord over their moon. So I would say this thing that whatever Pakistan will opt for, like the only concern is that because it is going to be transiting over natal Mars's chart, so there is still that possibility that the militaristic style of enforcing and kind of, you know, like the way the Balochistan has been saying this thing, their activists have been saying this thing, that the forced disappearance of the activist from the Balochistan has been an issue, regarding which they have, like, this was one of the main demand which they kept in front of the Pakistani authorities for the release of the hostages. So that is still going to be a matter of concern, because if Jupiter is going to be transiting over this ascendant Lord Mars in their third house, they still use that intelligence, but it is going to be used in a militaristic kind of style only, where you are just opting for different ways of cracking down the problem. But again, this is not going to be the permanent solution. So guys, the summary is that whatever all these kind of political specialists in different podcasts, in different discussion, in the newsroom, they have been debating, saying, I can say this thing based on the chart and based on my understanding that yes, the next 5 years for Pakistan is very sensitive. There is going to be social isolation in the international forum, which they have to be worried about. And there could be some discovery of some rare earth minerals and all. That possibility is still going to be attached over there. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyawad.